Okay, this is going to be a shoulder tutorial today. No matter if you don't have shoulder problems or do have shoulder problems. So we're going to do some strength work, total body, but then we're going to do some specific shoulder work. And everybody's coming on. Everybody's coming on and we're good to go. I see Mary Martin. Okay. So to start with, we're going to start doing pendulums in different positions. So we're going to start like this. See, I'm not lifting anything. See, it's just low level. It's low level. This kind of motion, keeping my shoulders down and not bending at the elbow. See, a lot of people will do this. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a pendulum from the shoulder. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I just took a big breath in my nose. Do you realize that if every time you caught yourself breathing through your mouth, if you would just shut your mouth and force yourself to breathe through your nose, you will breathe deeper already, just to do that, okay? So, throughout the workout today, keep reminding yourself. Sometimes I will remind you, breathe through your nose. How do you do that? You shut your mouth. Because you can't breathe through your ears, you got to breathe somewhere. Just put your lips together and breathe through your nose. Do you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm not going high. See, I don't want you going high and I don't want you bending like this. It's this. My shoulders are down. I'm breathing through my nose. And when you're breathing through your nose, when you can, you take that secondary, really deep breath. So I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to breathe through my nose. When I get to the top of that breath, I'm going to breathe one more time. Really in there. Okay? Now don't quit. Don't quit with your shoulders. See, all I'm doing is ambulating front to back. When I get to the back step, I want to bend my toes now. So now I'm doing a hesitating toe flexibility move right here. So every step, I just do an extra bend of the toes. Okay? Keep your shoulders down. Now step back. Go all the way back. Take a big breath in through your nose. Okay, drop your shoulders. Don't stop with the shoulders. Okay, bend your toes again. So you have to hesitate. And you have to really push into a toe flexion positioning. Keep your shoulders down. Don't stop. Your arms are straight. Yeah, you're not lifting. But if you do these as long as I'm doing them right now, it's going to get your attention. Even though you're not lifting anything, and it is super easy, but you want to keep your shoulders down. And this kind of pendulum swinging is going to help your shoulders with pain. It's going to help them move better because you're getting that all-important synovial fluid that is in your joints and all your joints, but it runs like cold honey when they're not warmed up. And then you're like, I'm all stiff, I can't move. Let me go take something that's going to help me feel better. Take 5 minutes and do some pendulum moves. And you can do it with your legs. Right now we're doing it with our shoulders. Okay? Now I'm going to step to the side, step to the side. See that? I'm going to come in, I'm going to come in. I'm not going to hold my legs out there right now because what do I want to do? I want to move. So I'm going to ambulate as I step in, and I step out, and I step out. I'm stepping back and in, and then I'm going to step out, and I'm going back inch by inch, okay? And if you have to run out the door, like I know Christy has to, you're gonna feel better just by coming in to this kind of a warm up. Okay, step out, tighten in your stomach. Don't come back in until you've tightened in and you've softened your knees. Then you come in. And as you're doing this, you're going to take your hands now just to a T position, and then you come back down. So we're not going to hold it. Breathe in through the nose. When you come here, now I want you to go down with a thumb, up with a thumb. Step in, bring it down. Okay? Breathe in through the nose, step out. You're going to come just to the T. Thumbs down, thumbs up. We'll do it again. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Bring it in, go down. Okay, so every time I step out, I ambulate forward and or backward just a little. See this? Thumbs up, thumbs down. So if I came into your room right now, I would take a look at the height of where you have your shoulder. See, I don't want it way up here. I want it here. I want to go down from here. Now I'm going to go heel toe or heel toe and backward walking. Okay? Now we're going to do another form of the pendulum. So I'm going to come right here. My knees are soft. Number 1. My tummy is in. Number 2. It's just braced. Okay? I'm breathing through my nose. Yeah. Number 3. I'm going to hip hinge just a little. I'm going to keep my hands my arms straight. Because why? Because I'm going to do a pendulum. So I want to keep my elbows from bending. The minute you bend your elbow, you're going to take away from the very muscles and the very joints that I'm trying to affect. Okay? So shoulders down, big breath, hip hinge. So see, I'm right here in a wide hip hinge. I'm shifting my weight from my heels to my toes constantly. I'm tucking in my chin. And then I'm doing a double pendulum. It's just a circle. Just dropped straight down. Go to the toes, go to the heels. Soften your knees, tuck in your chin. Now go the opposite way. Big breath through the nose. Big breath through the nose, and you're just drawing 2 double circles. With your hands wide open, shift into the heels, go into the toe. Heels, toe, heels, toe. Now we're going to pull those arms up and bring them back down and go like a little beater. So again, I'm not lifting. See, a lot of times somebody will lift. Don't bend your elbow and you won't lift. You can't hardly lift if you don't bend your elbow. Go into the heels, go into the toes, into the heels, into the toes. Pendulum, pendulum, pendulum. Keep those arms straight. Big breath and back. Big breath and back. Big breath and back. Now we're going to go side to side. Don't bend the elbow. Breath, heels. Breath, heels. Don't bend. Keep your shoulders down. Big breath. Couple more. And put your hands on your right above your knees. Push and come up. Yay. Now I'm going to grab my little bar. Very important to use a bar when you're doing shoulder stuff because you have a measurement then, okay? So now I'm going to come right here under the chin. See that? I'm going to drop those elbows down. And the whole time I'm doing that, I don't have my pad down on the floor yet. I will. And then I'm going to come up. So where's the bar? The bar is right under the chin. You don't have to touch. And my shoulders are up. My tummy is tight, but my shoulders are down. Okay? And here's the very important thing to keep noticing. Look at my wrist. See, they're not like this, and they're not like that. I won't say names. Marilyn. Down and back up. Okay? I want them neutral. I want to keep them neutral. Why? Because if I keep my wrist neutral and I go do some of the moves that I'm wanting to do, it's going to affect my shoulder, my neck, my upper body much more than if I bend those wrists. Okay, so what did I do? I just went down and back up. See that? And then I'm going to drop and I'm going to lift. I'm going to keep my wrist straight. I'm going to drop and I'm going to lift. And where's the bar supposed to be? It's supposed to be right under my chin. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to do an elevated knee lift. Slow. So here's my elbows. See my wrists? I'm going to elevate and rotate. So it's an elevation of the knee and a rotation through the shoulders. See that? You will not get that move if you keep bending your wrists. We'll bend our wrists, but not right now. Okay, bring them down because you're probably starting to say, I wonder if Kathy's counting. I'm not sure she's on this morning. I'm not sure. Anyway, bring them right here. Okay, right there. Elevated knee lift. Elevated knee lift. Here's our measurement. See this? Elevated knee lift. Elevated. And that might be hard for somebody like Juliana. She's going to get her meniscus fixed. Well, she's going to fix it, but she's going to get it seen about tomorrow. Okay, split stance. Very important. If you do nothing more than just the stuff that we've done just to here, your joints are going to be in so much better position to carry you around all day. Okay, so let's do this again. I'm going to bring my bar right up here, and your wrists are going to be what? Neutral. Just point your fingers out and latch your thumb under. That helps. Okay, see how I'm shifting? This is a very important shift to be strong in. And you know where the shifting happens? Yeah, it happens through the knees and the feet. I know. Keep my elbows right here. I'm going to reach out now. And then I'm going to reach back in. And I am not going to let my elbows drop. Shift. And then come back in. So every time I shift, I got to keep my balance. Number one, big breath in the nose. But that front toe, if you're seeing it, I bring that front toe all the way up. Yeah, and I drive my heel down as my toe come up, but the back knee is bent. Take a big breath. Right there, drop your shoulders, rib cage out, breathe. Here we go, just two more, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, just one more, here we go. Bring that toe up in the front, elbows up, and then come back and down. Step and step. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put strength work, loading work, shoulders. That's what this one's going to be. Because we're going to go all over the place. We're going to work on a lot of ranges. Okay. Now, here's my bar. I'm going to change my lead leg. See that? And every time I shift, what do I need to bend? I got to bend that knee. And then I transfer my weight from my heel to my toes. And see when I'm in the front foot, my heel is up and back. I'm flexing those toes again. So now I'm going to bring my bar up. Now I'm going really good here. And the other thing that I would ask you before we start into the arms, if I came into your room right this minute, the first thing I'd look at is your toes, your feet. They got to be straight on. And if you've turned this foot or turned this foot, you're trying to cheat on your balance. That's why you do it. So just widen. Don't turn the toe. Just widen. See? Not a lot, but a little. But don't turn those feet like a duck. Okie dokie. Now we come up. Now I got that straight, right? Okay. I know you're glad I did that. Okay. Wrists are neutral. We're going to go out with them. We're going to come back in. And guess what we're going to do right this minute? Right this minute, as I shift from the back foot to the front foot, I'm going to pull my chin in and down. And I'm going to keep my shoulders down. And I'm going to keep my shoulders squeezing together. Keep shifting. Toe up, heel up, toe up, heel up. Take a breath. Okay, keep the shoulders down. Keep the elbows right where they can match the bar height. See that? Squeeze your shoulders a little tiny bit more, just a tiny bit more. Okay? Breath. Bring them down. That should have got your attention. Okay, now I'm going to go like this. Remember, we did this already. We did a tiny hip hinge. Anytime you bend forward, keep your back extended. Push into the heels. Now that you have your bar, now you're going to do a pendulum, and you are going to keep your arms from bending at the elbow. Okay? So I latch my thumb under there. I'm pushing, opening my feet, pushing into my heels. And it's going to be a little lift and lift. So here's the problem with this one. I see this done every single time I give it. When you start doing this, when you get here, you bend one or the other elbows. So I'm saying don't do that. Why do I know? Because I know I have slugs out there. That's why. Take a big deep breath. Let me ask you a question as I'm taking a breath with you right here. My knees are soft. Squeeze your gluteals. Yes. Now hip hinge. Keep the gluteals squeezing. Yeah, squeeze them. And then pendulum. Don't bend at the elbow. So I'm bending my knees. I'm pushing my butt back, shining my taillights. I am not bending at the elbow at all. This forces your shoulders to get the mobility back that I'm trying to help you with right now. Okay, but if you bend your elbows, well, all bets are off for your shoulders. See, just keep going, take a breath. Do not round your back here. Do not. Keep your shoulders down, breathe. Breathe, 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 and breathe. Put your bar right here. Bend on down, push through your heels, push your butt back. Bring your shoulders to your ears. Drop your rear end just a little more. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. And then breath, push down on the bar and stand up. Now we're ready to do the Q shot, okay? So we're gonna go down beside us just like you're paddling a boat. Okay, you're gonna dig in and then come up. Now you're not gonna swing it. Now you are lifting. You're not just swinging in a pendulum type thing. So here I am. This, just a nice wider stance. See that? Take it to the side. Dig in, hip hinge, and then push and pull up. Okay, and you want to know if you're doing this correctly? You dig in, You bring this up, soften your knees. Now bring that hand all the way up here. Now release the bottom hand. And your little finger should be leading here. Okay, drop your shoulder. Take a big breath. Knees are soft. Knees are soft. Then grab it and come down. Dig in just like a boat paddling. We're going to do that just once or twice more. Ready? On this side. So I'm down, 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 dig in. Then I'm going to come up. And I'm going to release the bottom hand. See that? Now drop your shoulder. Yeah, drop your shoulder as you lift. See? Big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Through your nose, grab it. Come down. Okay? And then you go back. And you bring this down and bring that up. Now come straight on. Okay? You can step forward on that opposite leg. And we're going to dig in. Just like we are paddle boating. See that? So we're going to go down. Okay? And then when we come up, we're going to push with the bottom hand at first. Don't try to do it on your own or by, with one arm. See, I want to get the motion. See this? Back. And then now as I come up, I'm shifting my weight. I'm coming up. I'm getting that hand as high as I can go. And then I'm going to release this hand. See that? I'm going to really push that hand up. The little finger is the lead component. Your thumb is heading down. Then grab it, then bring it down. All the way back, and then all the way back up. And release, and go up a little higher. Yeah, try to reach that hand all the way up. Take a breath. Take a breath. And bring it back down. Yay. Okay, here's our bar. We're going to do something with the neck. And we're going on down to the shoulders, and then we're going to be into our weights. Okay? I'm going to bring my bar, put it on top of my head. Number 1, pull in my tummy. Brace. My elbows are pointing down. Then I'm going to bring that bar right back. I can't get it. I got my hair clip there. Bring it back to as far down on the neck as you can, or your occipital bone if that's possible. Push back and push forward with the hands, push back with the head. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders. 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 Bring that right up on top of the head. Yes. And then bring it back down. Now you're ready for the next one. Took me a while to get to this one. See what I did? I just took my bar and I put it right back here, just like that. And I just put my arms over the bar. I don't even have to hold it. See? Just like that. Now go ahead and put your hands on the bar. Drop your shoulders down. Yeah, drop them down. And just hang out here for just a second. Okay, now I want you to lift your elbows. Yeah, in this position, I want you to lift your elbows gently, gently, gently. Keep your shoulders down. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. And then come back. Yay. One more time. Okay, shoulders are down. I'm really into almost a hyperextension with my back, which I want you to be. Then I'm pushing in with the rod and lifting my elbows as far up as I can go. Keep my chin tucked. Take a big deep breath. Take a big deep breath. And then drop back down and release. I know it. I told you, this is going to be about shoulders today. Okay, I'm going to take my bar here, right there. Okay. And if I don't have a counter, if I had a kitchen counter, that would be just about perfect. This is a little high, but it's okay because this is going to be a wall push, a counter push, a chair push. So if you have nothing around you like a wall or a counter, Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna come right here to your chair with the pad. And you're just gonna put your little hands right there. And you're even gonna put your wrist in neutral by making a fist, okay? I'm right there, pushing right down. I'm gonna step back and I'm going to flare my elbows first and then come back in, flare and come back in. And if you can't go all the way out with your legs, that's okay. Just come right here and flare and drop your shoulders. And you don't go down very far. You just flare and you drop your shoulders down as you are bending your elbow to get down into a modified push-up position. You can change your hands anytime. You can step back anytime. But you're going to want to flare those elbows first, even if it's a tiny bit, and then come back. So flare the elbows and come back. Keep your chin tucked. Take a breath. Flare the elbows. Flare the elbows. Flare the elbows. Keep your knees bent if you need to. That's perfectly fine. And again, if you're doing it on a chair, great. It's going to be harder on a chair. It's going to be easier to manage on a counter or a wall. Drop your shoulders. So as you're coming down, don't let those shoulders come up. Tight tummy, big breath. And you don't have to get all the way in to get great benefit from this. I'm telling you, just flare them. But when you're coming down, drop your shoulders. I don't care if you can only go 1 inch, like right here. Keep those shoulders down and don't jut your chin out. Keep your chin tucked. Take a breath. All these little things that I keep reminding you guys of are really the essence of the move. You can do the move and make all kinds of weirdo compensatory moves and you won't get the weak part. So drop the shoulders. Big breath. You're coming in, tight tummy, coming in as far as you can and then pushing back. And if you're staying with me right now for the next three moves in on this particular push-up, I can tell you, you're feeling it. Take a breath. Last one, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Come back. Yes. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Chrissy's exiting. So if you got to the push-ups, Chrissy, you did a good job. Okay. Stepping out of that little arena. Gonna come back to it in just a minute. Take a big breath. Bring your shoulders and just do this. See that? See that? Now I want you to do this. And then I want you to act like you're gonna walk. Bring your foot out there, but don't put your heel down. Okay? So, tight tummy, very important. Drop your shoulders, very important. Act like you're gonna take a step, but put your toe down only. Okay? And then you're gonna be doing this. You're gonna focus your weight over the back leg. See, I just want you to put your toe in the front as if you're tapping it, as if you're forcing yourself to put most of your weight on the back leg. See that? So as I'm doing this, and I'm just barely tapping here, my foot on the supporting side is working all over the place, especially when I bring my toe off the ground. Now, I would tell anybody like Juliana, who's having a knee issue, you can do this seated. You can do it leaning up against a wall. You can just stand there and do this. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid knee problems, avoid hip problems, by avoid balance problems, by showing you a simple technique of weight transference, but you have your little spotter with your toe here, see? You don't have to keep it up here endlessly, but you're swinging those shoulders back and forth again. Keep your knees soft. This one, big breaths, big breaths. And if you've been doing that the whole time, this right here should be heating up. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the other side. Okay, and if you can't do one leg versus the other, if that's not gonna happen, you just kind of do this. You do a little shifting as you do your swing. See this? So now I'm gonna be on this one, and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna take a walk. See, I'm elevating my knee, but then I just tap my toe in the front. Caution, the minute you start tapping your toe and you get it, as far as the shifting of the weight to the back, immediately at that point, many of you are going to try to lock your knee. Don't lock your knee. And I'm having you not do this where you're holding on to something for the very reason that I want most of your weight in the back leg. Okay? So soften your knee, drop your shoulders, take a big breath, bring that foot up front and just tap that toe. Some of you are scrunching your toes like a lot. Open your toes, soften your knee. Keep doing the swinging of the arms. And see, I'm going to try to force myself back onto the back leg by simply lifting my whole foot off the ground and try to hang on to it for even 2 seconds. See, just like that. And then when you need to, put your toe down. Don't put your whole foot down. Keep your knee soft. Bring that knee up. Tap a little if you need. Try to force that back leg to really take this. Yeah, hang out, hang out, hang out. And then put it down. The whole leg should be screaming at you. Yes, that's what we want to do. Okay, now we're going to step across and step back. We're going to step across and step back. Okay, I'm going to take my little balance pad. I'm telling you, if you even spend 1 to 3 minutes just doing this with a step down and a step back, and a step down and a step back. A, it's only 2 inches of a height, okay? That's number 1. But B, when you go to step down and you step down, you bend this back knee, take a breath. When you come back, it's that coming back that we lose the ability. Because number 1, we haven't trained ourselves to have muscle memory of where do I put my foot? Because see, if you don't put your foot all the way back, you get caught. You catch your heel and then you're down. So you always have a counter, a wall, a chair that you can put your hand on, always, okay? Then, as you're doing this next shoulder work that I'm gonna show you, see, I'm stepping forward and off of that 2 inches with control. Right there. Take a breath. Here we go. Back down. Take a breath. Okay? Now the shoulder part comes. Are you ready? We're going to put our hands here. We're going to step down and we're going to go here. See, I'm going to step down and then I'm going to come back. And some of you, this might be, at first you're thinking, well, that's not anything big. But when you go to step down and you've locked up your hands where you know that you're not going to be able to grab something quick, I know, get your attention. But it does a couple of things. When I go to step down, go ahead and wait until you step down and just do your crossed arms. Now, right now, drop the shoulders, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open my arms and step back up. So if you have to break it down that way, that's okay. Because then it's not so scared. You're not so scared when you do that, Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna step down and I'm gonna do the cross my body, drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders, drop my chin. Take a breath. Take a breath. Okay, drop your shoulders, open, tighten, step back. Okay, that move, even 2 inches, which curves generally are about 4 inches high. And what is the number one place that people fall? Yeah, stepping up or down off curves, okay? So now we're putting a compound move where we're trying to wrap our shoulders and we're trying to reach back behind our back as hard as we can, but we drop our shoulders. Then we take a step down. Take a breath, drop your shoulders, open back and step back up. See, I'm not having you do it all at once. That's where it gets a little scaredy. All right, are you ready? So I'm gonna cross now. I'm gonna step down with control. I'm gonna drop my shoulders, tighten my tummy, take a breath, exhale, and come back up. Open my hands, okay? Now, from this point, we just step down. See that? And we step back, and we step down. Just a little step off and back up. And we're hip hinging. This step sideways down and doing a little tiny bit of a semi-squat. Oh my goodness. This is such an important move to be in control and to be smooth as you move into this semi-hip hinge. Keep my chin tucked, dropping down, coming back. Breath, dropping and coming back. Breath, dropping and coming back. Dropping, I have my hands here because I'm showing you that I'm hip hinging. As I step off, and then I go a little deeper and a little deeper. And if I can't do that move, I will just do some feet heel and toe lifts. See, that's perfectly fine. Breath, just one more. Go as deep as you can. Do not round your back. Take a big breath. Do not round your back. And come back. Yay! Okay, now for this one, you see what I just did? I'm grabbing this, but I stepped wide and I hip hinged. Then I put my little pad on my chair. Then I'm gonna grab a pretty light weight, okay? It's just 6 pounds. So whatever light is to you, grab that. It could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 4, it could be 5. I picked up 6 because that's what I use as my lightweight. Okay. So big breath. So we're gonna take one arm out and bring it back, and you're gonna be sitting very much to the front of your chair. Why? Because we're gonna go out with our arm and we're gonna try to reach back with our elbow and hit the back of the chair. See that? Yeah? Drop your shoulders. So it's gonna go out and then hit the back of the chair. Now we're gonna have both hands ready to roll. Okay, so they're right here in a hammer curl position, see? And here's what I wanna tell you. There's a whole bunch of us that have shoulder issues, and we avoid certain moves because, ooh, it just feels weird or it even hurts. Yeah, you don't ever want to push it if it's hurting. But if it's a problem for you to do the move, then you got to go lighter with your weight or don't use any weight. Okay? So I hope you heard me say that. So I'm going to go out with the move. And the last thing I want to tell you on working shoulders that might be a little delicate is be aware of your compensatory moves. Because when you go to put your hand out and your shoulder is feeling like it's really not stable, you're gonna turn. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna turn and you're gonna do your shoulder up so you can do the move. I would rather you not do that move so high or so far out. So I have my little bit of weight, light. I go forward and I move it back. And I move it back far enough that I have to really reach to get my elbow on the chair in the back. Then I tighten in my tummy. I bring the weights up. You're just hovering, hovering over my thigh. See, right above my knee. Okay? Big breath. Lift them. You're gonna punch, but we're not rotating yet. So see, my thumb is up and I'm rotating my body as I push. And then I bring it all the way back to your chair. Then I go out. Do not get that elbow and that shoulder up. Keep them down. You're gonna go out and right back there. And then out. And then right back there with your elbow. See that? Out. Right back there. And out. Right back there with your elbow. All the way. All the way. Drop your shoulders. See, don't try to put that elbow back there if you don't drop your shoulders. Okay? Then you go out. And now you're making the whole move. So now you're going all the way to your chair. Drop your shoulders and you're pushing out. Big breath. And then come back. Stay with me. This one's going to get a little testy on you. Okay, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Breath. I bet this one's fun for Kay if Kay's on this morning. Take a breath. See, I'm touching my chair with my elbows. Got that? Your shoulders are down. Yeah? Breathe. Yeah? Throw that punch. You don't have to go very far. Throw it. Bring it back. Throw it. Bring it back. Throw it. Bring it back. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Woo! Just two more. Just two more. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay, one more. Here we go. Drop your shoulders. Okay? Drop your shoulders. And come back. Yay. All right. Now we're going to stretch the groin. And we're going to lean in. We're going to keep our little weights. These are little weights. Okay? So we're going to lean in as if we were laying on an incline board. Okay? So we're just leaning in. You don't have to be all the way down. Just hip hinge. Once you're in position, keep your chin tucked. And you're going to roll your shoulders in and just lift the little finger leading. So you're going to roll the shoulders down and in, and you're going to lift and then come back. Open the shoulder blades. Here we go. Drop your shoulders. Drop your chin. Breath. Exhale. Roll. And come back. Big breath. Drop your chin. See, I'm leaned out. I'm pushing into my feet. Rib cage is up. Breath. Exhale. Roll, 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 roll. And come back. Drop your shoulders. Exhale. And lift those arms straight on. Breath. Woo! Roll the shoulders in. Yes. Big breath. Exhale. Stay in there. Stay in there. Just three more. Just three more. Here we go. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Exhale. Arms are straight. Really roll the shoulder blades in. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Hold them, hold them, hold them, hold them. Bring them back and bring them back. Take a breath. And exhale. Straight arm. You're lifting, 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 lifting. And then come back in. Yay. I went ahead and put the weights down because we're going to go to another move. that I want you to do first to check out your ability to hinge. So I'm right here in your shoulder, hinge in your shoulder. So I'm in an incline. See, I'm laying in an incline or decline, incline bench. My hands are right here. I'm going to drop my shoulders, soften up my elbows, and come up. But it's not with straight, locked out arms. My elbow is just a little soft. Okay, drop the shoulders, exhale, and come back down. You're kind of pushing into your feet, probably into your toes. And I want to keep my arm as straight as it can be, as long as I have no pain in my shoulder. It's these backward rotations that many times we just don't give enough attention to. So you're going to hip hinge, you're going to keep your chin tucked, you're going to take a breath, exhale, and you're going to bring those shoulder blades in again, but you're coming into a extension. See? Woo! Take a breath, pull those shoulder blades in. Okay? Now, if you think that you can pick up some weight and do that move, pick up some weight, but it should be light. Should be light. Okay? So I'm going to grab my weights, take a breath. I'm going to come up, and I'm not going to worry if I can't come up as far. The point is the shoulder blades have to be rolling in. Breath, exhale, shoulder blades rolling in, shoulders down, breath. Take a breath, go. Take a breath, go. Take a breath, go. Take a breath. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. You want to hesitate for just a second right there and come back. It should not hurt. See, I'm not going up very high, but I'm getting a shoulder hingy move, which involves my shoulder blades. Okay, it's very important that you don't have any pain when you're doing that and that you do pick up a light weight. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to hip hinge, come up. I'm going to change my weight that I'm carrying. And I'm going to go to at least a 9. Okay, so I'm starting to do what would be considered, getting into medium range. Okay. I said I was going to quit saying okay, but I have to concentrate on it. Are you ready? Here's my pad in the floor. So we're going to do a type of a compound move. We're going to be thinking about what we're doing down here while we're doing a simple move up here. So if you think, oh, I can't do that, that's too hard. Well, you have to do a compound move pretty much to walk and carry anything. So I'm stepping into my little pad, and I'm going to shift from my heels to my toes. I'm not really lifting anything. I'm just shifting. So see, I'm not bringing the toes off the ground. I'm not bringing the heels off the ground. I'm shifting. And I'm keeping my shoulders down. Take a big deep breath. Just shift. Now, once you got your shift on, now with this little bit heavier weight, we're going to bring the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then we're going to push them down. And as you push them down, you're going to roll them back a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to come up, keep shifting from toe to heel. Don't really lift it. Okay. Take a big breath. Yeah. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Now here's the deal. You're starting to get a little fast on me. Bring your shoulders up and hold. Yeah. hold and go to the side of your feet and the side of your feet. Bring your shoulders all the way up, 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 squeeze. Yeah, squeeze a little more. Okay, now put them down. And see how I'm rolling? See how I'm going from side, inside of the foot, outside of the foot, and then reverse, inside of the foot, outside of the foot. And shrug, and drop. Tight tummy, shrug, and then drop. Tight tummy, shrug and drop. Tight tummy, shrug and drop. Tight tummy, shrug and drop. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Okay, now we're gonna shift again, forward and back. And I want you to keep bringing, you gotta keep bringing those shoulders up. We're not doing it to loosen up right now. We're doing it as a strength work, okay? And people with shoulder issues probably have neck issues. So as I'm doing this, I'm just going to slowly turn my head from side to side. Bring the shoulders up, stay with it. It needs to start feeling fatigued. Not pain, but fatigue. Take a breath. And unless you do this for a few repetitions at a lighter weight, you don't get the full move. That's generally what happens when you pick up too much weight and you think, oh yeah, I can do the shoulder shrug with a lot of weight. Well, don't pick up so much weight and then really work the shoulder shrug, because that's going to affect all the way up into your neck. Okay, tight tummy. And I'm still shifting on my feet. I'm shifting. Take a breath. Just three more. Just three more. Stay with me. Don't stop. Here we go. Breath. Come all the way up. Hold. Now down. Now hold. Push it down. Push it down. Now take a breath. Exhale. Okay, one more. One more. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. And drop back down. Drop back down. Yeah. Now I'm going to step off. I'm going to put my little weights over here. Right there, weights right there. Now we're going to do a little tester. Don't you guys like testing? Okay. Take your hands just like this, just like they're at your side. See that? See? They're like this. Thumbs are up, right? Bring one hand up. Right here in front of you. Don't do it out to the side. It's right here. And your thumb goes up there as far as you can go. And notice if you feel any popping or cracking or discomfort or whatever. Then go back. See? Do the other side. Here we go. Soften up your knees. Tighten your tummy. Bring it all the way up and notice, is there any popping or cracking or pain? Just notice it. Then you're going to go to the side. So you're going to come all the way up here so that you can put your ear, not your head, your ear, right on the bicep. And then you bring it down. See that? Then you take it back as far as you can. See that? And then you come down. Now we do the other side. So we did this one. Now we're going to do this one. So I can tell you, I feel a little discomfort sometimes because this is one of the shoulders. One of the, or both, will give you trouble at certain times. Okay, back. Little finger leads. Go up as far as you can without rolling forward. See, that's the deal. Take a big deep breath. Now turn the thumbs out. Yeah. Then you're going to bring these hands to a T. Now you're going to put one hand, I don't care which, in the back. You're going to pat yourself at the back of the head. And you're going to keep your elbow open. Okay? Keep it very open. And then you bring the other one in. And you pat yourself on the back of the head and keep your elbow open. Don't let it come in. Big breath. Switch. You got a wide open hand. Bring your chin back and down. Right there. Okay? Stay with me. Stay with me. Take a big deep breath. Take a big deep breath. Then bring those hands down. You ready? This is the big one. Turn, rotate, bring the back of your hand up as far as you can. And you're tapping on the back of your shoulder as high as you can go. And then you come back down and just take a note. Where did you get? Then this one I'm going to do the same with, and I can tell you this one is much harder for me. I'm much tighter on this arm. Okay, it's feeling tight over here. And this is the one that generally gives me troubles. Okay, so a lot of it has to do with neck. So the last one we're going to do today is we're just going to take a breath, get your teeth together, step wide, soften your knees, lift your chin, and really push your chin back. Soften your knees, push that chin back, really push it, and then come back down. And your teeth should be together, okay? Then turn, take one ear to the shoulder, other ear to the shoulder, then turn and turn like you're sweeping with your neck. Then we're gonna do that one push one more time, okay? Soften your knees, take a big breath. Thumbs go right under my chin. And I'm gonna push my chin back as far as I can. Lift, turn to the side, lift, turn to the side, really push. And then come back down and come back down and come back down. Take a big deep breath, shake out. Woo! I hope that helped. I hope. It hurt me more than you.